When Solomon chose wisdom over wealth, the world itself bent toward him. You too have been taught to chase gold, yet the true key has always been hidden in the unseen. The verse is not mere words, it is a summons, a code that awakens forces beyond reason. Napoleon Hill heard it in the whispers of the ages. Thought wrapped in faith becomes law. Tonight, you are called to test it. Speak with conviction. And you will not just dream, you will unlock the gates that men spend lifetimes battering in vain. Stop what you are doing. Listen with the gravity of a man whose next breath depends on understanding. You have been trained to sleep like a slave. Body exhausted, mind abandoned, spirit empty. You collapse into bed, carrying the weight of other men's agendas, the noise of other men's fears, the chaos of a day without command. This is not rest, this is surrender. But tonight, that changes. Tonight you discover the law that separates the governed from the governor, the servant from the master, the man who begs for opportunity from the man who commands it to appear. Your last word before sleep programs your first victory upon waking. Who governs the mind at night opens doors of power in the morning. The verse you speak in darkness becomes the force that moves in light. This is not philosophy. This is spiritual mechanics. This is how the invisible world bends to the man who knows its laws. I promise you this. By the end of this revelation, you will understand why your current sleep ritual has kept you small. You will discover the verse that unlocks provision. You will learn to sleep like a king and wake like a conqueror. And in Movement VI, I will give you the 11 lines of the mirror words so charged with power that when spoken before sleep, they reshape reality itself. Plus the exact 30, 60, 90-day ritual that transforms law into measurable results. Stay with me until the final word, for what I am about to reveal has been hidden from the masses, but known by every man who ever commanded wealth, position, and influence. Asterisk, asterisk, movement I. The verse as seed in night's fertile ground. Asterisk, asterisk, there is a chemistry to sleep that the weak-minded never understand. They think rest is the absence of work. They think sleep is the pause between productivity. They are wrong on both counts. Sleep is the workshop of the subconscious. It is the laboratory where thoughts crystallize into facts, where beliefs harden into circumstances, where the invisible becomes visible. But here is the law most men violate every night. The last thought you plant governs the harvest you reap. Your mind does not rest when your body sleeps. It works, it builds, it creates. But it creates according to the blueprint you give it in those final moments before consciousness fades. If you fall asleep worried about bills, your subconscious works all night to create more conditions worthy of worry. If you drift into slumber rehearsing failure, your mind spends 8 hours programming defeat. If you surrender to sleep without command, you wake without power. But the man who speaks law before he closes his eyes, his night becomes a forge where destiny is hammered into shape. Abraham Lincoln understood this principle with the clarity of a surveyor reading the land. Every evening, before he allowed sleep to claim him, he would kneel and speak with the Creator, not in desperation, not in begging, but in communion. He knew that the conscious mind sleeps, but the spirit remains awake to receive instruction. He knew that morning strength comes from midnight prayer. Lincoln did not pray because he was weak. He prayed because prayer is power. He did not kneel because he was defeated. He knelt because kneeling in private enables standing in public. The man who governs his night governs his nation. This is why Lincoln could hold the Union together when lesser men would have let it fracture. This is why he could speak with authority when others spoke with uncertainty. This is why doors opened for a rail splitter's son from Kentucky. Not luck, not politics, law. Spiritual law obeyed in the darkness, manifested in the light. What verse did Lincoln speak? History does not record his exact words, but history records his exact results. A man who sleeps in communion with power wakes in command of circumstances. Now I ask you, what words do you speak before your eyes close? Do you speak victory or defeat? Do you speak abundance or scarcity? Do you speak purpose or confusion? Do you speak at all, or do you simply collapse into unconsciousness like a machine shutting down? The difference between a life of begging and a life of receiving is often found in those final moments before sleep. The seed you plant in night's fertile soil determines what grows in tomorrow's field. You must understand that your subconscious mind is like the richest farmland in the world, but it has no judgment. It will grow whatever you plant with equal efficiency. Plant thorns, reap wounds. Plant wheat, reap bread. Plant commands of power, reap results of authority. The tragedy is that most men plant nothing at all. They fall asleep in neutral, and neutral always drifts backward. Or worse, they plant the seeds of other men's doubts, other men's fears, other men's limitations. They watch the news before bed and wonder why they wake anxious. They rehearse problems before sleep and wonder why solutions never come. But you will be different. Starting tonight, you will sleep like a general giving orders to his army. You will speak like a king addressing his court. You will plant like a farmer who knows exactly what harvest he intends to reap. The verse you speak before sleep is not a wish. It is a command. It is not a hope. It is an instruction. It is not a request to an uncertain future. It is a decree to a subconscious that must obey. Speak your verse aloud. Your ears must hear what your mind believes. Speak it with conviction. Your spirit must feel what your voice declares. Speak it with gratitude, as if it is already done. Your subconscious must receive the instruction that success is not coming. Success is here. Here is your first assignment. Tonight, before you close your eyes, you will speak one statement of power. Not many statements, not a long prayer. One clear, definite, powerful declaration of who you are and what you command. Say it 3 times. The first time to awaken your attention. The second time to deepen your belief. The third time to seal your instruction to the subconscious. Feel the words as you speak them. See the image of their fulfillment. Know with the certainty of tomorrow's sunrise that what you plant in darkness will bloom in light. Let this become your creed. I speak law before sleep. I command my night with faith. My rest builds my riches. My dreams design my destiny. The man who plants commands at night reaps results in the morning. The man who sleeps in purpose wakes in power. The man who ends his day with authority begins his next day with advantage. This is the law of the nocturnal seed. Plant it tonight. Water it with belief. Tend it with consistency. And prepare to harvest what you have never harvested before. Asterisk, asterisk, movement 2. The law of dominant thoughts, nocturnal command, asterisk, asterisk. Listen carefully, for this law governs the rise and fall of every man's fortune. The thought that dominates your mind in the hour before sleep becomes the architect of your tomorrow. Not the thought that visits briefly, not the thought that whispers quietly. The thought that dominates that rules with such intensity and repetition that it drowns out all other voices. Your subconscious mind is not a democracy where every thought gets an equal vote. It is a monarchy where the dominant thought rules with absolute authority. And this dominion is established most powerfully in those precious moments when conscious resistance melts away and the deeper mind opens to receive its orders. Most men go to bed with their minds full of noise, 1,000 competing thoughts, worries, plans, regrets, fears. This is mental anarchy. And anarchy in the mind produces chaos in life. But the man who learns to quiet the noise and speak one dominant command, his subconscious receives clear instruction and works through the night to fulfill it. I have studied the minds of the greatest builders of wealth this world has known. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, John D. Rockefeller. Not one of them fell asleep accidentally. Every one of them ended his day with definite mental focus. Every one of them spoke to his deeper mind with the authority of a commander addressing his troops. Carnegie would lie in bed and review his definite major purpose, not once but 3 times. He would see himself already in possession of the steel empire he intended to build. He would feel the satisfaction of achievement before the achievement existed. He would speak gratitude for riches not yet manifested but already certain in his mind. Was this fantasy? Was this self-deception? The fruits declare otherwise. Carnegie became one of the richest men in history because he understood a law that poor men ignore. The subconscious creates what the conscious commands, but only when the command is clear, repeated, and backed with emotion. Edison had a habit even more precise. Before sleep, he would hold his current invention challenge in his mind like a jeweler examining a precious stone. He would turn the problem over and over, not in worry but in expectation. He would speak to his subconscious with the confidence of a man commissioning a master craftsman. While I sleep, you work. While I rest, you create. While my body recharges, you find the solution. And morning after morning, Edison would wake with answers his conscious mind had never conceived. Ideas would arrive fully formed. Solutions would appear complete. The darkness of sleep had become a workshop where impossibility transformed into invention. This is not magic. This is mental mechanics. When you plant a definite thought in the fertile soil of the subconscious before sleep, that thought grows in the darkness. It sends out roots of possibility. It gathers resources of solution. It builds bridges between where you are and where you intend to be. But this power operates only when you give your subconscious specific, repeated, emotionally charged instruction. Vague wishes produce vague results. Confused commands produce confused circumstances. But clear, definite, repeated thoughts backed with feeling produce clear, definite, tangible results. The wealthy understand this law with the precision of engineers. That is why they do not fall asleep reading newspapers full of other men's problems. They do not drift into unconsciousness, watching screens full of other men's dramas. They guard the gateway to their subconscious like sentries guarding the king's treasury. What thought dominates your mind as sleep approaches? Is it fear about tomorrow's challenges or faith in tomorrow's victories? Is it scarcity about resources or abundance about possibilities? Is it confusion about direction or clarity about destination? The answer to this question reveals why your life looks as it does. The man whose dominant pre-sleep thought is worry wakes to find more situations worthy of worry. The man whose dominant pre-sleep thought is gratitude wakes to find more reasons for gratitude. The man whose dominant pre-sleep thought is wealth wakes with ideas that lead to wealth. This is the law of mental magnetism operating in its most powerful form. Like attracts like, but this attraction is strongest when the mind is relaxed, receptive, and free from conscious interference. Sleep is the state where mental magnetism operates with maximum efficiency. But you must give your subconscious something definite to magnetize. You cannot speak a dozen different desires and expect clear results. You must choose one dominant thought, one primary instruction, one sovereign command that rules over all others in those final moments before consciousness fades. Choose your verse carefully, write it clearly, speak it powerfully. Let it be the last voice your subconscious hears before the night's work begins. Here are the elements your dominant thought must contain. First, it must be personal, not about others, but about you. Second, it must be positive, not what you fear, but what you claim. Third, it must be present tense, not what you will become, but what you are. Fourth, it must be specific, not vague hopes, but definite outcomes. Fifth, it must be emotional, not cold logic, but burning belief. Example: I am grateful for the abundant wealth that flows to me through my definite purpose of serving others with excellence. I sleep in peace, knowing my subconscious attracts everything I need to fulfill my destiny. Say it 3 times. Feel it deeply each time. See yourself already in possession of what you declare. Then surrender to sleep with the confidence of a king who has issued orders to faithful servants. Your dominant thought before sleep becomes your subconscious command through the night. Your subconscious command through the night becomes your conscious advantage in the morning. Your conscious advantage in the morning becomes your eventual victory in life. Let this become your understanding. My last thought governs my first opportunity. What I speak in darkness creates what appears in light. I am the master of my nocturnal mind, and my nocturnal mind is the architect of my waking world. The law is simple. The application requires discipline. The results will astonish you. Asterisk, asterisk, movement 3. Auto-suggestion's gateway to invisible doors. Asterisk, asterisk. Here is the secret that schools never teach and employers never reveal. Your subconscious mind is connected to an intelligence far greater than your individual thinking. It has access to resources, opportunities, and solutions that your conscious mind cannot perceive or create. But this cosmic connection operates through one primary channel, autosuggestion, and this channel flows most freely in the minutes before sleep. Autosuggestion is not positive thinking. Positive thinking is conscious effort. Autosuggestion is subconscious programming. It is the difference between trying to convince yourself of something you doubt and instructing your deeper mind to accept something you declare as already true. When you speak your verse before sleep, you are not trying to believe it. You are commanding your subconscious to receive it, work with it, and manifest it. This deeper mind does not argue. It does not question. It does not doubt. It simply accepts your instruction and begins immediately to attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that align with your command. The men who built the great fortunes of America understood this principle with scientific precision. They knew that the subconscious mind, when properly instructed through autosuggestion, becomes a magnetic force that draws success with the certainty of gravity pulling objects toward Earth. Consider Thomas Edison again, but from a different angle. Edison's greatest discoveries came not during his waking hours of intense effort, but during the relaxed states when his subconscious was free to connect with broader intelligence. He would sit in his chair with steel balls in his hands, allowing himself to drift toward sleep while holding a specific question in his mind. As he began to doze, the balls would fall, wake him, and often he would have the answer he sought. This was not accident. This was Edison using autosuggestion to program his subconscious, then creating conditions for that programming to connect with universal intelligence and return with solutions his conscious mind could never have conceived. The same principle operated in the life of Nikola Tesla. Tesla would envision his inventions in complete detail, then command his subconscious to perfect them while he slept. He would wake with improvements that transformed his mental prototypes into physical realities. The invisible world of infinite intelligence responded to his definite instructions delivered through autosuggestion. But here is what you must understand. This power is not reserved for inventors and industrialists. It operates for any person who learns to speak to their subconscious with authority and consistency. The farmer who programs his mind for abundant harvests will receive insights about soil, weather, and timing that lead to record crops. The merchant who instructs his subconscious for profitable transactions will discover opportunities and partnerships that multiply his wealth. The key is specificity in your autosuggestion. Your subconscious needs clear instructions, not vague wishes. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," you must define success precisely and command it definitely. I am grateful for my thriving business that serves 500 clients and generates $50,000 monthly profit. Instead of saying, "I hope things work out," you must instruct with authority. My subconscious attracts every person, circumstance, and opportunity necessary to fulfill my definite major purpose with ease and certainty. The language of autosuggestion must be the language of accomplished fact, not future possibility. Your subconscious responds to present tense declarations, not future tense hopes. It creates what you claim to already be, not what you wish you might become. This is why your verse before sleep must be spoken as if your success is already complete, your wealth already manifested, your position already secured. You are not asking the universe to give you something. You are instructing your subconscious to recognize and receive what is already yours by right of belief and definite purpose. The invisible doors I speak of are not metaphorical. They are actual opportunities that exist around you right now, but remain unseen because your mind is not programmed to perceive them. When you consistently program your subconscious through auto-suggestion, these doors become visible, these opportunities become obvious, these connections become clear. A door might be a conversation with a stranger who becomes your most important business partner. A door might be an idea that comes while walking that solves a problem worth millions. A door might be a book that falls open to exactly the page containing the answer you need. A door might be a phone call at precisely the right moment with precisely the right information. These are not coincidences. These are the natural result of a subconscious mind that has been programmed through auto-suggestion to recognize and attract success. But the programming requires consistency. One night of powerful auto-suggestion will not overcome years of mental neglect. You must speak your verse every night without fail. You must plant your command with the regularity of sunrise and sunset. You must water your mental seeds with the consistency of seasons. Your subconscious learns through repetition backed by emotion. Each night that you speak your verse with feeling, you strengthen the neural pathways of success. Each night that you program with definiteness, you increase the magnetic pull of your desires. Each night that you instruct with authority, you move closer to the manifestation of your commands, but you must also guard against counter-programming. If you speak power at night but doubt in the morning, you confuse your subconscious and delay your results. If you declare abundance before sleep but worry about scarcity during the day, you create mental conflict that blocks the flow of prosperity. Your entire mental diet must support your auto-suggestion. Read books that reinforce your belief. Speak words that strengthen your conviction. Associate with people who share your faith in unlimited possibility. Guard your mind against the poisonous thoughts of the fearful, the doubtful, the defeated. The invisible doors are waiting. Your subconscious is ready to perceive them. The cosmic intelligence stands prepared to reveal them. But the key that unlocks them is consistent, definite, emotionally charged auto-suggestion delivered in those precious moments before sleep when your deeper mind is most receptive to instruction. Tonight, you will speak your verse. You will plant your command. You will program your success. And tomorrow, you will begin to see doors that were invisible yesterday. Let this become your declaration. I use auto-suggestion to instruct my subconscious. I speak with authority, not uncertainty. I program for success, not failure. The invisible becomes visible because I command it to appear. The doors are already there. Auto-suggestion gives you the eyes to see them and the power to walk through them. Asterisk, asterisk, movement, IV. Sleep as the sacred altar of creation. Asterisk, asterisk. Your bed is not furniture. It is an altar. Your sleep is not mere rest. It is communion with creative power. Your bedroom is not simply a space for physical recovery. It is the inner sanctum where the invisible forces of success respond to your faith, your focus, and your definite commands. The ancient kings understood this truth. Solomon did not simply collapse into sleep after busy days of ruling Israel. He approached rest as a sacred opportunity to receive wisdom from the source of all understanding. In the silence of night, away from the clamor of courtiers and the noise of empire, he communed with intelligence that transcended human knowledge. And what was the result? Solomon became renowned throughout the known world, not merely for his wealth, though he accumulated riches beyond measure, but for his wisdom. Kings traveled from distant lands to hear his counsel. The Queen of Sheba came with hard questions and left declaring that not even half of his wisdom had been reported to her. This was not accident. This was the fruit of treating sleep as sacred time and the bedroom as holy ground where finite mind connects with infinite intelligence. The modern world has forgotten this truth. Men fall into bed like soldiers collapsing after defeat. They approach sleep as escape from problems rather than engagement with solutions. They treat rest as the end of productivity rather than the beginning of creation. But the man who would command wealth, who would build lasting success, who would leave a legacy that outlives his physical frame, such a man must reclaim the sacred nature of sleep. He must understand that the hours of physical unconsciousness are the hours of spiritual consciousness. When the body sleeps, the spirit awakens to receive instruction from the source of all power. This is why you must prepare for sleep with the same reverence that ancient priests prepared for temple service. Your body must be clean, your mind must be focused, your spirit must be aligned with purpose. Your words must be worthy of the sacred moment when consciousness merges with cosmic intelligence. The wealthy understand this principle instinctively. They do not approach their bedrooms as places of collapse, but as chambers of creation. They do not fall asleep accidentally, but retire deliberately. They do not end their days in mental chaos, but close them with spiritual clarity. John D. Rockefeller had a ritual that exemplifies this understanding. Each evening, he would spend time in meditation, reviewing his definite major purpose, expressing gratitude for the day's progress, and setting clear intentions for the following day's activities. He treated his final waking moments as a sacred appointment with the creative intelligence that governs success. Did this make Rockefeller weak? Did this spiritual practice diminish his business acumen? History answers emphatically, no. Rockefeller became one of the wealthiest men who ever lived because he understood that material success flows from spiritual alignment. He knew that riches are not seized through aggression, but attracted through proper relationship with the laws that govern abundance. Carnegie operated from the same understanding. Before sleep, he would visualize his steel empire already complete, see his mills operating at full capacity, feel the satisfaction of achievement already accomplished. He would speak gratitude for wealth not yet manifested, but certain in his mind. He approached sleep as a creative partner in the building of his fortune. These men were not religious in the conventional sense, but they were deeply spiritual in the practical sense. They understood that success is not a material phenomenon, but a spiritual one. Wealth is not created through physical effort alone, but through mental and spiritual alignment with the forces that govern prosperity. This is why your verse before sleep must be spoken with reverence, not casualness. You are not merely reciting words. You are communing with creative power. You are aligning your individual will with universal intelligence. You are positioning your finite resources to receive infinite supply. The altar of your bed must be approached with clean hands and pure purpose. You cannot speak prosperity while harboring thoughts of revenge. You cannot command abundance while nursing grudges. You cannot attract success while radiating negativity. The sacred requires purity of heart and clarity of intention. But understand this clearly. Purity does not mean perfection. Every man carries flaws, mistakes, and imperfections. But the man who approaches sleep as sacred time commits to laying aside the petty concerns of the ego and connecting with the higher purposes of the spirit. He forgives himself for the day's failures. He forgives others for their shortcomings. He releases all that would block the flow of creative power through his life. This is the meaning of the ancient instruction to let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Anger blocks spiritual connection. Resentment interrupts divine communication. Hatred poisons the very channel through which abundance flows. You must approach your bed tonight with clean hands, pure heart, and definite purpose. You must lie down as a king preparing to receive counsel from the highest intelligence. You must speak your verse as a son addressing his father, knowing that your words are heard, your needs are understood, and your success is already prepared. The altar of sleep is where possibility becomes probability, where dreams crystallize into plans, where thoughts transform into things. But this sacred alchemy operates only for the man who approaches rest with reverence and speaks commands with faith. Let this become your understanding. My bed is an altar of creation. My sleep is communion with power. My verse is prayer that opens heavenly storehouses. I lie down in faith and rise up in strength. Tonight, prepare your altar. Speak your verse. Surrender to sacred sleep. And tomorrow, wake as a man who has touched the source of all supply and been touched by it in return. Asterisk, asterisk, movement V, the ritual of the scent. 1 asterisk, asterisk. You are not an accident wandering through life, hoping for good fortune to smile upon you. You are a sent one, a man with definite purpose, clear assignment, and divine backing. But this identity is not automatic. It must be claimed, cultivated, and confirmed through daily ritual. And the most powerful ritual for establishing Sent One identity occurs in those precious moments before sleep when your spirit is most receptive to truth. The Sent One sleeps differently than the wanderer. He does not collapse into unconsciousness carrying the weight of uncertainty. He retires with the confidence of a general who has received orders from high command and knows his mission will succeed. He speaks his verse not as a wish, but as a report of what is already accomplished in the realm of spirit and must now be manifested in the realm of matter. Every great builder understood this principle. They saw themselves as agents of a higher purpose, instruments of a greater plan, servants of a cosmic intelligence that works through individuals who align themselves with constructive principles. They did not see their wealth as personal accumulation, but as stewardship of resources needed to fulfill their definite major purpose. Carnegie often spoke of feeling like a chosen vessel for the development of American industry. He saw his steel empire not merely as personal achievement, but as necessary infrastructure for a growing nation. This sense of mission, of being sent for a specific purpose, gave him the faith to persist through obstacles that would have crushed men of lesser conviction. Ford felt sent to democratize transportation, to put wheels under every American family. This calling sustained him through years of mockery, financial setbacks, and industry resistance. He knew he was not building cars for profit alone, but fulfilling an assignment that would transform civilization itself. Edison saw himself as sent to banish darkness, to bring light to the world through electrical invention. This sense of divine appointment enabled him to endure thousands of failed experiments without losing faith. He was not merely an inventor seeking personal recognition, but a sent one fulfilling cosmic purpose. Each of these men developed rituals that reinforced their sent one identity. They did not leave their sense of purpose to chance or mood. They cultivated it deliberately through daily practices that reminded them of their assignment and strengthened their connection to the source of their sending. Your evening ritual must serve the same function. As you prepare for sleep, you must consciously transition from the role of individual struggling for personal advancement to the role of sent one fulfilling divine assignment. This is not pretense. This is recognition of truth. Every man with definite major purpose aligned with constructive principles is a sent one, whether he recognizes it or not. But recognition matters. The man who sees himself as sent carries himself differently. He speaks with greater authority. He persists with stronger faith. He attracts more powerful assistance. He commands results that seem miraculous to observers but natural to him because he operates under cosmic backing, not merely personal effort. Your verse before sleep must declare this identity clearly. You must speak as a sent one, not a seeker. You must command as an agent of higher power, not beg as a victim of circumstances. You must rest in the confidence of divine backing, not toss in the anxiety of personal inadequacy. The language of the sent one is specific. I am sent to fulfill my definite major purpose of state your specific mission. I am equipped with every resource, connection, and opportunity needed for complete success. I sleep in peace, knowing that cosmic intelligence works through me to accomplish what finite thinking could never achieve. But identity without action is fantasy. The sent one proves his sending through obedience to the principles that govern success. He does not wait for motivation to compel him. He acts from assignment, not emotion. He moves when movement is required, whether he feels like it or not, because sent ones serve purposes greater than personal comfort. This is why your evening ritual must include commitment to tomorrow's action. As you declare your sent one identity, you must also commit to sent one behavior. You must promise specific obedience to the laws of success. Definite purpose, organized planning, persistent effort, mastermind alliance, applied faith. The ritual might sound like this. I am sent to build wealth through service to others. Tomorrow I will advance my definite major purpose through these specific actions. List 3 definite tasks. I will speak only words that strengthen my faith and the faith of others. I will associate only with minds that support my mission. I will invest my time only in activities that advance my purpose. I sleep as a sent one and wake as a sent one. This declaration serves multiple functions. First, it programs your subconscious with sent one identity, enabling you to attract resources and opportunities that align with your mission. Second, it commits your conscious mind to sent one behavior, preventing drift and delay. Third, it connects your finite will with infinite intelligence, enabling you to receive guidance and strength beyond your individual capacity. But the ritual requires consistency. Sent one identity is not established through occasional declaration, but through daily confirmation. Every night you must speak your identity. Every morning you must act from that identity. Every decision must flow from that identity. Every challenge must be met with sent one faith. The world is waiting for what only you can deliver through your unique combination of talents, experiences, and calling. But the world will not recognize your assignment until you do. It will not take you seriously until you take yourself seriously. It will not follow your leadership until you accept the reality of your sending. Tonight, you will transition from seeker to sent one. You will stop asking what you might become and start declaring what you are. You will cease hoping for opportunity and start expecting it as your natural inheritance. You will quit begging for success and start commanding it as your divine right. The ritual of the sent one transforms prayer from petition to declaration, faith from hoping to knowing, action from struggling to flowing. When you truly grasp that you are sent with specific assignment and cosmic backing, every obstacle becomes temporary, every setback becomes setup, every closed door becomes redirection toward your destined entrance. Let this become your evening confession. I am not an accident. I am an appointment. I am not wandering. I am sent. I do not hope for success. I am assigned to it. I sleep in this truth and wake in this power. The sent one sleeps in peace because his success is guaranteed, not by human effort, but by spiritual law. And spiritual law never fails when properly applied by properly prepared minds. You are sent, accept it, declare it, live it, and watch doors open that no man can shut. Asterisk, asterisk, movement V. The mirror of power and the sacred ritual. Asterisk, asterisk. Now we arrive at the sacred chamber where theory transforms into practice, where understanding crystallizes into action, where the laws I have revealed become the rituals that reshape your reality. This is not the end of our journey together. This is the beginning of your transformation from one who learns to one who lives the power. Picture this scene. It is 10:30 inches the evening. The world has grown quiet around you. The noise of other men's urgencies has faded. The clamor of the day's demands has stilled. You stand now in your bedroom not as a place of collapse, but as a sacred chamber where the most important business of your life will be conducted. You approach the mirror with the gravity of a king preparing for coronation. This is not vanity. This is necessity. The man who cannot look himself in the eye and speak truth cannot command the respect of others. The man who whispers his declarations to the ceiling cannot expect the universe to take him seriously. You stand straight, shoulders back, chin level, eyes locked on your own reflection. This is the posture of authority. This is the stance of the sent one. And now you speak, not to the mirror, but to the man you are commanding yourself to become. These are the 11 lines of power words, so charged with spiritual electricity that when spoken with conviction before sleep, they reprogram your subconscious for success, wealth, and dominion. Speak each line 3 times. Feel the weight of each word. See the image of each truth already accomplished in your life. Asterisk, asterisk, the 11 lines of the mirror. Asterisk, asterisk 1. I am the master of my thoughts, and my thoughts create my world. 2. I attract abundance because I think, speak, and act from abundance. 3. Every challenge strengthens me. Every setback sets me up for greater victory. 4. I am worthy of wealth, success, and influence because I serve others through my gifts. 5. My definite major purpose is blessed by infinite intelligence and backed by cosmic law. 6. I fear no man, no circumstance, no obstacle, for I move with divine authority. 7. What I plant in faith tonight, I will harvest in fact tomorrow. 8. I am surrounded by opportunities because I radiate gratitude and expectation. 9. My words carry weight. My presence commands respect. My vision attracts resources. 10. I sleep in peace, knowing success is my natural inheritance and inevitable destination. 11. I am sent to this world with unique gifts, definite purpose, and unlimited backing. As you speak these lines, something profound occurs. Your subconscious mind, which has perhaps spent years accepting limitations, begins to receive new programming. Your spirit, which may have grown accustomed to small thinking, starts to expand toward its true capacity. Your very cells begin to vibrate at the frequency of success. But the mirror ritual is only the first movement of your sacred bedtime symphony. Now you turn from the mirror to your bedside table, where you have placed a written copy of your master verse, the one declaration that captures your definite major purpose, your identity as a sent one, and your expectation of success. This is not a prayer of petition, but a declaration of possession. This is not begging, but commanding. This is not hoping, but knowing. You read these words aloud, not once, but 3 times, each reading with increasing conviction, each repetition with deeper feeling. Here is the framework for your master verse. I am your sent one identity, sent to your definite major purpose through your method of service. I am grateful for specific evidence of success already manifesting. My subconscious attracts specific resources needed because I vibrate at the frequency of desired outcome. I sleep in the confidence of spiritual law or principle, knowing that inevitable result. Example: I am a builder of wealth sent to create financial education systems that serve 10,000 families through proven investment strategies. I am grateful for the clients already enrolling, the partnerships already forming, the resources already flowing. My subconscious attracts brilliant advisors, motivated students, and abundant capital because I vibrate at the frequency of service and stewardship. I sleep in the confidence of cause and effect, knowing that consistent value creation produces inevitable financial multiplication. After speaking your master verse, you enter the 3rd movement of the ritual, 5 minutes of powered silence. This is not empty meditation. This is purposeful communion. You lie in your bed, eyes closed, breathing deeply, holding your master verse in your consciousness like a precious jewel. You do not struggle to empty your mind, that is Eastern confusion applied to Western achievement. Instead, you focus your mind on the single image of your success already accomplished. You see yourself living the life described in your master verse. You feel the emotions of achievement. You experience the satisfaction of purpose fulfilled. This is not fantasy, this is programming. Your subconscious cannot distinguish between actual experience and vividly imagined experience backed by emotion. As you visualize your success with feeling, you create neural pathways that guide you toward the manifestation of what you see. Breathe in faith, breathe out doubt, breathe in possibility, breathe out limitation. Let each breath deepen your connection to the source of all supply, the intelligence that governs all success, the law that rewards all faith properly applied. The 4th movement of your sacred ritual involves your command journal, a small notebook kept beside your bed, devoted exclusively to your communication with your subconscious mind. Before you surrender to sleep, you write one specific instruction to your deeper mind. Not many instructions that creates confusion. One clear, definite command. Write it in present tense. My subconscious now attracts the perfect business partner who shares my vision and complements my skills. Or, my subconscious now reveals the solution to my marketing challenge that doubles my income within 90 days. Or, my subconscious now guides me to the investment opportunity that creates passive income streams. Date each entry, number each command. This creates accountability and allows you to track results. When your subconscious fulfills the instruction, write completed beside it with the date of manifestation. You will be amazed how quickly and precisely your deeper mind responds to clear, definite direction. Place the journal on your nightstand where you will see it upon waking. The first act of your morning will be to read your previous night's command, reminding your conscious mind of the instruction given to your subconscious. This creates continuity between sleep and waking, ensuring your entire day supports your night's programming. Now comes the establishment of your 30, 60, 90-day rhythm of transformation. Success is not built through sporadic effort, but through consistent application of proven principles. Your evening ritual must become as automatic as breathing, as natural as sunrise, as reliable as gravity. For the first 30 days, your focus is establishment. You are building the habit, training your mind, proving to yourself that you can maintain consistency. Your only goal is completion, to perform the full ritual every night without exception. Do not evaluate results. Do not question effectiveness. Do not modify the process. Simply execute with military precision. Track your compliance in your command journal. Each morning, mark whether you completed the full ritual the previous night. Your target is 100% compliance. Anything less than 95% means you are not yet serious about transformation. During these 30 days, pay attention to subtle changes: improved sleep quality, increased energy, clearer thinking, better decision-making, enhanced confidence. These are the early fruits of mental programming. They indicate your subconscious is responding to new instruction. For the second 30 days, days 31 through 60, your focus shifts to refinement. You maintain the ritual, but begin to notice which elements produce the strongest response in your mind and circumstances. Perhaps the mirror work resonates most powerfully. Perhaps the visualization creates the most vivid results. Perhaps the command journal produces the most tangible outcomes. Without abandoning any element of the ritual, begin to intensify the aspects that generate the greatest internal response. If the 11 mirror lines create powerful shifts in your confidence, spend additional time with them. If the master verse visualization produces clear guidance, extend those 5 minutes to 10. Track not only compliance, but also intensity. Rate each night's ritual on a scale of 1 to 10 based on your emotional engagement and mental focus. Your goal is to maintain an average intensity of 8 or higher. Mechanical repetition without feeling produces mechanical results without power. During this second month, begin to document external results in your command journal: new opportunities appearing, key relationships forming, financial improvements manifesting, creative solutions emerging. These are not coincidences. They are the natural fruit of consistent mental programming. For the third 30 days, days 61 through 90, your focus expands to multiplication. The ritual has become automatic. Your subconscious has accepted new programming, and results are manifesting consistently. Now, you begin to amplify your impact by teaching the principles to others. Share your master verse with trusted friends who support your growth. Invite accountability partners to join you in the mirror work. Form a mastermind group committed to evening success rituals. Teaching multiplies learning. Sharing deepens understanding. Leading develops character. Document case studies of others who apply the principles under your guidance. Measure their results alongside your own. Success that lifts only yourself is limited. Success that elevates others becomes unlimited because it aligns with the fundamental law of increase. We prosper most when our prosperity serves the prosperity of others. By day 90, you will have become a different man, not through force or struggle, but through consistent application of spiritual law to practical affairs. Your thinking will be clearer, your speech more authoritative, your presence more commanding, your results more impressive. But this is not the end. This is graduation to advanced practice. The man who successfully completes 90 days of evening ritual has proven he can govern himself. And the man who can govern himself is prepared to govern circumstances, resources, and opportunities. The fourth movement extends beyond 90 days into lifetime mastery. You continue the core ritual, but begin to adapt it to increasing levels of responsibility and influence. Your master verse evolves to reflect expanding purpose. Your mirror declarations grow bolder as your capacity increases. Your command journal instructions become more sophisticated as your subconscious proves its reliability. You begin to pray not only for personal success, but for the wisdom to use success in service of others. You ask not only for wealth, but for the character to steward wealth responsibly. You command not only opportunities for yourself, but resources to create opportunities for others. This is the path of the sent, one fully awakened. Personal success that becomes the foundation for serving purposes greater than personal advancement. Wealth that becomes a tool for building rather than mere accumulation. Power that becomes a means of lifting others rather than dominating them. But it all begins tonight with one man in one room, speaking 11 lines to a mirror, declaring one master verse with conviction, spending 5 minutes in powered silence, writing one command to his subconscious, and sleeping in the confidence that spiritual law never fails when properly applied by properly prepared minds. The ancient wisdom declares, "Faith without works is dead," but it is equally true that works without faith are futile. Your evening ritual combines both faith expressed through consistent action, works backed by spiritual conviction. This combination creates results that appear miraculous to observers, but natural to you, because you understand the laws they violate and you obey the laws they ignore. Now let me address the objections that rise in minds not yet convinced of their own power. I don't have time for lengthy rituals. The complete ritual requires 15 minutes less time than you spend checking social media or watching television. If you have time to consume other people's content, you have time to create your own success. I feel foolish talking to myself in the mirror. Every actor rehearses before performing. Every athlete practices before competing. Every musician scales before concerting. You are rehearsing for the greatest performance of your life, the living of your definite major purpose. I don't see immediate results. A farmer plants seeds in spring and harvests crops in autumn. He does not dig up seeds to see if they are growing. He waters consistently and trusts the process. Your subconscious is more reliable than soil, but it operates on the same principle of faith and patience. My circumstances are too challenging. Every great success story began with circumstances that seemed impossible to overcome. Lincoln was born in poverty. Carnegie immigrated with nothing. Ford failed repeatedly before succeeding. Your circumstances are not your limitations. Your thoughts about your circumstances are your limitations. I've tried affirmations before without success. Affirmations without emotion are merely words. Affirmations without consistency are merely experiments. Affirmations without definite purpose are merely noise. The ritual I give you combines emotion, consistency, and definite purpose with spiritual law and practical action. I don't believe in this metaphysical stuff. Every radio receives invisible signals and transforms them into audible sound. Every television captures unseen waves and converts them into visible images. The universe operates on principles more subtle than radio waves and more powerful than television signals. Your subconscious is both receiver and transmitter in this cosmic communication system. These objections dissolve in the face of consistent application. The man who applies the ritual for 30 days will discover that doubt is replaced by knowing, skepticism by conviction, limitation by expansion. Asterisk, asterisk, closing movement. The oath of the awakened, asterisk, asterisk. We have reached the moment of decision. You have heard the law. You have learned the ritual. You have received the power. Now you must choose. Will you apply what you know, or will you remain as you are? This choice will determine not only your financial future, but your spiritual destiny. For the man who learns truth but does not apply it becomes twice as responsible as the man who never learned truth at all. Knowledge unused becomes condemnation. Power unapplied becomes burden. But the man who takes what he has learned and transforms it into daily practice, who converts understanding into action, who turns revelation into truth, Result, such a man becomes a force for good in the world, a blessing to all whose lives he touches, a living demonstration of what is possible when human will aligns with divine law. I call you now to make the oath of the awakened not a promise to me, but a covenant with yourself and with the creative intelligence that governs your destiny. Speak these words aloud with the solemnity they deserve. I speak your name, understanding that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, endowed with the power to think, choose, and create. Do solemnly swear before the source of all power that I will no longer live beneath my privileges. I will not sleep in mental poverty while spiritual riches surround me. I will not speak words of limitation while unlimited possibilities await my command. I will not act from fear while faith offers infinitely greater rewards. Starting tonight, I will approach my bed as an altar of creation, my sleep as communion with power, my verse as prayer that commands rather than begs. I will speak the 11 lines of the mirror with conviction, declare my master verse with authority, commune in powered silence with infinite intelligence, and instruct my subconscious through written command. I will maintain this sacred ritual for 90 days without excuse, without exception, without modification. I will track my compliance and measure my results. I will refine my practice and multiply my impact. I will share these principles with others who are ready to receive them, knowing that my own prosperity increases as I help others prosper. I will use my success to serve purposes greater than personal advancement. I make this oath not in my own strength, but in the strength of the laws that govern success, the principles that create wealth, and the intelligence that guides all who align themselves with constructive purpose. I seal this commitment with my signature, my word, and my immediate action. So help me God. Now, having spoken your oath, you must prove your sincerity through immediate obedience. This is your 24-hour command. Before you sleep tonight, not tomorrow night, not next week, not when you feel ready tonight, you will write your master verse on paper and place it beside your bed. You will stand before your mirror and speak the 11 lines of power. You will lie in your bed and spend 5 minutes in powered silence. You will write one command to your subconscious in your command journal. And you will sleep in the confidence that you have begun the greatest transformation of your life. Tomorrow morning, you will wake as a man who has taken dominion over his most private moments and spoken law into his deepest mind. You will rise with the knowledge that while others drifted into unconsciousness, you programmed success. While others collapsed in defeat, you retired in victory. The doors that have been closed to you will begin to open. The opportunities that seemed impossible will begin to appear. The resources that felt distant will begin to flow. Not because you deserve them more than others, but because you have aligned yourself with the laws that govern their manifestation. Your transformation begins tonight. Your success starts now. Your new life commences the moment you close this message and open your master verse. Go now. Speak your verse. Sleep in power. Wake in victory. The sent one has received his orders. Now let the sent one prove his sending through immediate obedience to what he has learned. This is your moment. This is your door. This is your destiny calling. Step through it now. Asterisk, asterisk, the complete sacred evening ritual, your step-by-step guide to transformation. Asterisk, asterisk, let me guide you through each element of the ritual with the precision of an architect drawing blueprints for a cathedral. Every detail matters. Every sequence serves a purpose. Every word carries power when spoken with understanding and conviction. Asterisk, asterisk, phase 1, preparation of the sacred space, 9 to 9:15. Asterisk, asterisk. Your bedroom must be transformed from a place of collapse into a chamber of creation. This is not decoration, this is preparation for spiritual work that will reshape your material world. First, eliminate all distractions. Turn off your phone or place it in airplane mode. The last voice your subconscious hears must be your own, not the noise of other men's emergencies and anxieties. Silence the television, the radio, any device that would compete with your focused intention. Second, arrange your tools of transformation. Place your written master verse on your nightstand where you can read it clearly. Position your command journal with a quality pen. This is not child's homework, but cosmic correspondence. Ensure your mirror reflects good lighting for the sacred dialogue you are about to conduct. Third, cleanse your physical temple. Wash your face and hands with the awareness that you are preparing to meet with infinite intelligence. Brush your teeth with the understanding that your mouth will speak words of power. This is not vanity, but reverence for the vessel through which success will flow. As you prepare, speak this preparation prayer. I prepare my body, mind, and spirit for communion with the source of all success. I cleanse myself of the day's limitations and open myself to night's possibilities. What I plant in darkness will bloom in light. Asterisk, asterisk, Phase 2. The Mirror Dialogue of Dominion. 9:15 to 9:30 p.m., asterisk, asterisk. Stand before your mirror as a general stands before his troops with authority, purpose, and absolute conviction in the mission ahead. This is not a conversation with your reflection, but a command session with your potential. Your posture speaks before your words do. Shoulders back, demonstrating that you carry responsibility without being crushed by it. Chin level, showing you look neither up in begging nor down in shame, but forward in confidence. Feet planted firmly, proving you are not a man who wavers, but one who stands on unshakable principles. Now, lock eyes with yourself. This is crucial. The man who cannot maintain eye contact with himself cannot maintain conviction in his declarations. Your eyes are the windows to your soul, and your soul must see itself as worthy of everything you are about to claim. Speak each of the 11 lines 3 times. The first repetition to capture your attention, the second to deepen your belief, the third to seal the instruction in your subconscious mind. Between each line, pause for 3 seconds. This is not empty time, but charging time moments for the power of your words to penetrate the resistance of old programming and establish new patterns of success thinking. Watch your facial expressions as you speak. Let your face reflect the truth of your words. If you declare mastery over your thoughts, let your expression show mastery. If you claim worthiness of wealth, let your countenance reflect dignity. Your subconscious reads your body language as carefully as it hears your words. After completing all 11 lines, place your hands on your chest and speak this sealing declaration. These truths are now written on my heart, programmed in my mind, and activated in my spirit. What I have spoken in faith will manifest in fact. Asterisk, asterisk, Phase 3, the Masterverse Proclamation. 9:39. 40 p.m., asterisk, asterisk. Move from your mirror to your bedside with the gravity of a king approaching his throne. Sit on the edge of your bed, not lying down yet, as that position suggests passivity, but sitting upright in a position of alert authority. Take your written master verse in your hands. Hold it like a title deed to property already purchased, like a contract already signed, like a commission already granted. Because that is exactly what it is, a spiritual contract between you and the creative intelligence that governs success. Read your master verse aloud 3 times, but with increasing emotional intensity each time. The first reading with clarity, ensuring every word is next precisely pronounced and fully understood. The second reading with conviction, backing every phrase with the authority of absolute belief. The third reading with celebration, speaking as one who sees the fulfillment already accomplished. Between each reading, close your eyes and visualize the reality described in your verse. See yourself living that life, feeling those emotions, enjoying that success, serving that purpose. Make the visualization so vivid that your nervous system responds as if the experience is happening now. After the third reading, kiss your master verse. Yes, actually kiss the paper. This physical act of reverence programs your subconscious with the sacredness of your commitment. It demonstrates that your goal is not casual interest, but holy obsession, not mild preference, but burning desire. Place the master verse under your pillow. Throughout the night, your subconscious will work with the intention literally closest to your mind. This positioning creates continuous programming while your conscious resistance sleeps. Asterisk, asterisk, Phase 4. Powered silence and cosmic communion. 9:49:50 p.m. Asterisk, asterisk. Now lie down, but not carelessly. Position yourself as a man prepared to receive divine downloads, cosmic guidance, infinite intelligence. Flat on your back, arms at your sides but not crossed. Crossing blocks energy flow, legs straight and relaxed. Close your eyes gently, not squeezed shut in effort, but softly closed in receptivity. Your breathing should be deep but natural, like the rhythm of ocean waves or the gentle swing of a pendulum. This is not meditation in the Eastern sense of emptying the mind. This is communion in the Western sense of filling the mind with specific, purposeful, productive thoughts. You are not seeking to become nothing. You are aligning with the infinite intelligence that governs everything. Hold your master verse in your consciousness like a precious stone held up to the light. Turn it over and over in your mind, examining every facet, feeling every dimension. See yourself already living that reality. Feel the emotions of that achievement. Experience the satisfaction of that purpose fulfilled. If other thoughts intrude and they will do not fight them violently, simply redirect your attention back to your master verse with the gentle firmness of a shepherd guiding sheep back to pasture. Resistance creates tension, and tension blocks the very flow you are trying to establish. Breathe in faith and breathe out doubt. With each inhale, draw in confidence, certainty, and expectation. With each exhale, release fear, limitation, and past conditioning. Let each breath cycle deepen your connection to the source of all supply. As the 10 minutes conclude, speak this communion prayer: Infinite intelligence, I thank you for hearing my declaration and accepting my commitment. Work through my subconscious mind while I sleep to attract everything necessary for the fulfillment of my definite major purpose. Let my rest become your workshop and my dreams your blueprints. ***, Phase 5. Subconscious command registration 9:59:55 p.m. ***. Reach for your command journal with the same reverence a scribe approaches sacred scrolls. This is not casual writing, but cosmic correspondence, a direct communication with the most powerful force in your personal universe, your subconscious mind. Write the date at the top of a fresh page. This creates accountability and allows you to track the precision with which your subconscious responds to clear direction. Below the date, write command running number. This maintains organization and helps you measure the reliability of the process. Now write one specific instruction to your subconscious mind. Not multiple requests that create confusion, but one clear, definite, measurable command. Use present tense language that assumes success rather than requesting permission. Instead of, I hope my business improves soon, write, my subconscious now attracts the perfect clients who value my services and pay premium prices for excellence. Instead of, I wish I could find a better job, write, my subconscious now guides me to the career opportunity that utilizes my talents fully and provides abundant compensation. Instead of, I want to be debt-free someday, write, my subconscious now reveals the strategies that eliminate my debt within 12 months while increasing my savings. After writing your command, read it aloud once with deep conviction. Your subconscious responds more powerfully to heard instruction than to merely thought instruction. Let your ears confirm what your hand has written. Sign your name below the command like a general signing orders to his troops. This signature represents your full authority backing the instruction, your complete commitment to the outcome, your absolute confidence in the result. Place the journal on your nightstand, where you will see it immediately upon waking. The first conscious act of your morning will be reading your command, creating continuity between your night's programming and your day's action. Phase 6. Sacred surrender to transformational sleep. 9:55:10 p.m. Return to your sleeping position with the dignity of a king retiring to his throne room. You are not collapsing in exhaustion, but surrendering in confidence, giving your body to rest and your mind to the higher intelligence that works while consciousness sleeps. Speak your final declaration aloud. I have planted seeds of success in the fertile soil of my subconscious mind. I have given clear instructions to the most powerful force in my personal universe. I now surrender to transformational sleep, knowing that while my body rests, my deeper mind works to attract everything necessary for the fulfillment of my destiny. As you feel sleep approaching, hold one final thought in your awareness: gratitude. Not gratitude for what you hope to receive, but gratitude for what you have already planted. Not thankfulness for future results, but appreciation for present obedience to success principles. Let gratitude be the last conscious emotion you feel before sleep claims you. Gratitude is the magnet that attracts more reasons for gratitude. Appreciation multiplies what is appreciated. Thankfulness expands what is acknowledged. If you awaken during the night, and occasionally you will as your subconscious processes the new programming, do not reach for your phone or turn on lights. Simply repeat your master verse silently and return to sleep with confidence that your deeper mind continues its transformational work. Asterisk, asterisk. The morning protocol. Activating night's work. First 30 minutes upon waking. Asterisk, asterisk. Your morning ritual is as crucial as your evening preparation. What you plant at night must be watered at dawn, nurtured throughout the day, and harvested through consistent action. The moment consciousness returns before checking time, before assessing weather, before considering schedule, speak aloud: I slept in power and wake in purpose. What was planted in darkness now grows in light. Today I act from the programming I installed last night. Reach immediately for your command journal and read your previous night's instruction. This creates cognitive continuity between your subconscious programming and your conscious planning. Your day's activities must align with your night's declarations. Stand and return to your mirror for the morning confirmation ritual. Look yourself in the eye and speak: I am the same man who spoke truth last night and the same man who will live truth today. My identity is fixed, my purpose is clear, my success is inevitable. Now begin your day with the confidence of a man who has touched the source of all power and been commissioned by that power to accomplish great things in the material world. Asterisk, asterisk, tracking your transformation. The weekly review process, asterisk, asterisk, every Sunday evening. Conduct a transformation audit. This is not self-judgment, but self-measurement. An objective assessment of your compliance with the principles and your progress toward your goals. Open your command journal to a fresh page and create 4 columns: date, compliance, intensity, results. Review each night of the previous week and score yourself honestly. Compliance measures whether you completed the full ritual. Score it simply: yes, 1 point, or no, 0 points. Your weekly compliance score should never fall below 6 out of 7. Anything less indicates you are not yet serious about transformation. Intensity measures how fully you engaged with each element of the ritual. Score it on a scale of 1 to 10 based on your emotional investment, mental focus, and spiritual connection during that evening's practice. Your average intensity should be 8 or higher. Results measures external evidence of your subconscious responding to your programming. Note new opportunities appearing, key relationships forming, financial improvements manifesting, creative solutions emerging, doors opening that were previously closed. If your compliance is high but results are minimal, increase your intensity. If your intensity is high but results are delayed, maintain faith and consistency. Some seeds take longer to germinate than others, but they always produce when properly planted and tended. Asterisk, asterisk. The multiplication principle. Teaching to transcend, asterisk, asterisk. When you have maintained the ritual for 60 days, with at least 90% compliance, and can document clear results in your journal, you are ready for the multiplication phase. Success that serves only yourself is limited. Success that lifts others becomes unlimited. Begin sharing the principles with individuals who demonstrate readiness to receive them. Not everyone is prepared for this level of spiritual technology. Cast not your pearls before swine. But when you encounter someone genuinely seeking transformation, Someone weary of limitation and hungry for authentic power? Offer what you have learned. Form a success mastermind with others committed to the evening ritual. Meet weekly to share progress, celebrate victories, troubleshoot challenges, and multiply the collective faith that accelerates individual results. Document case studies of others who apply these principles under your guidance. Success stories multiply when shared, laws strengthen when taught, principles deepen when practiced by communities rather than individuals alone. Remember, the teacher learns twice, the guide grows fastest, the mentor receives most. As you help others plant their verses and establish their rituals, your own transformation accelerates exponentially. Asterisk, asterisk, advanced applications, beyond personal transformation. Asterisk, asterisk. As your practice matures and your results multiply, your master verse will evolve to encompass larger purposes. Personal success becomes the foundation for serving intentions greater than individual advancement. Your evening ritual becomes not only about your own prosperity, but about your stewardship of prosperity for others. You begin to pray not only for your own success, but for wisdom to use success responsibly. You command not only opportunities for yourself, but resources to create opportunities for others. The Sent One fully awakened understands that individual wealth is meaningful only when it serves collective welfare. Personal power is justified only when it lifts others toward their own power. Success is sustainable only when it creates conditions for more success in more lives. This is the path from self-improvement to world improvement, from personal transformation to cultural transformation, from individual success to generational legacy. But it all begins with one man, in one room, speaking one verse before sleep, believing in possibilities that others call impossible, and proving through daily practice that faith applied through law produces results that appear miraculous to observers but natural to practitioners. You are that man. Tonight is your beginning. This moment is your door of entry into the life you were sent to live, the wealth you were born to build, the influence you were designed to wield. The verse is written, the mirror waits, the journal lies open, the subconscious stands ready to receive new programming. Speak your truth, sleep in power, wake in purpose, and watch doors open that no man can shut. This is your inheritance. This is your assignment. This is your destiny, calling you to step through fear into faith, through limitation into abundance, through ordinary into extraordinary. The Sent One has received his instructions. Now let the Sent One prove his sending through obedience to what he has learned. Your transformation begins tonight. Your new life starts now. Rise and claim what is yours.